Righto, so it's time for icons and SVG files. It's an important topic, and it's the thing that is the easiest to do when it comes to visuals. I've opened up a website called Lucid. It's lucid.dev, D-E-V, and it's one of many icon libraries that is available. I'm using Lucid because that's the one I like. You might like others. Google search and you will find many of them, and you can look at the styles of their icons and then decide on a library. But for now, you can also just go with the Lucid fonts. Now, in a master prompt, when we create a master prompt, for web pages or GUI interfaces, you simply have to put in there that you want to use the Lucid icons. And your AI agent will know immediately what you're talking about, and it will use these types of icons. The AI itself will do all kinds of things like making your fonts bigger, changing the stroke width so it can be very thin lines or even very thick lines, and it will change the colors according to your branding, right? So this is how Lucid looks like. Now, the thing of an icon, all right, is if you use an icon, and if we just look at these icons here on the screen, if you make your screen or this video a little bit bigger, I'm sure it doesn't look so good on your side, but if you go to the site itself, you'll see that they look extremely well. And you can immediately see things like this looks like a heartbeat, there's arrows. It immediately tells a little story. There's certification and so forth. But yes, there you can see that looks like a calendar and so forth. Camera, maybe images, something like that. So there's literally hundreds and hundreds of these images, and if you tell your AI to use a specific image library, it will choose the right icon for you for that specific application. Nothing stops you to come back here and look at the icon name, and you can tell AI you want to use users round, or you want to use umbrella, or you want to use type outline, or whatever the case may be, and it will use that font for you in place of what it decided for you. So icons tell a story, but icons is also a way that was, and I think it was developed in such a way that you can instantly see what something is all about. As an example, just look on this page itself. There's a moon, and I can then have a sun telling me immediately it's a day and night setting there. If you go to some of these icons, you can see gears. There's internet access, a gear with internet telling you this is internet settings, or Wi-Fi or wireless settings, and so forth. You can immediately see this will probably be a place for this user with a pen where you can change your profile settings. So it immediately gives you a idea or a place to go to immediately, right? So icons you'll use more than you're going to use graphics, because graphics, yes, it tells a story, but an icon tells a story quickly. And icons you recognize immediately, and as people using icons, in when, or as you browse a website, you're getting used to certain icons, especially on cellular phones. And the thing about an icon is it is extremely small. It is a vector image, meaning it's an image that's not really an image but mathematics. So you can see, for instance, here is a line at a certain degree, then it comes down with, on top there's a rounded radius and another line. So these things get drawn automatically for you. If I go to any one of them and I can copy that image as an SVG, and the SVG is a vector graphic. So, and this is the thing, even AI can draw, even if it's not a graphical type of AI agent, AI can draw graphics because it is mathematics, right? So you can even tell AI to draw an icon, or an icon if you want, for you that is SVG, and almost all LLMs can do that for you. But the easiest is to use a library like Lucid, simply because you now know that all the icons will have the same look and feel to it, which is very important. So that's all I have to say about icons, but I will hammer on it as we go along. But the easiest thing is that you can just tell your AI agent what type of font library or what font library it should use, and it will use it throughout your site. All icons have the same look and feel. You can play with the colors, you can play with the sizes and so forth, but it will all have the same look. And that's what we are interested in, is when you create a web application or website for that matter, is that all the icons throughout the website will have the same feel. Graphics should have the same feel. Everything should have the same feel, so you don't feel like you end up on another site, and everything is smoothly running from one page into another without distracting the browser viewer of what you really want to tell them. It looks professional, it looks up to par what is wanted and needed today, and that's why icons, I would say for each graphic you use, you will probably end up using 4 or 5 icons. Now, can you overdo icons? Absolutely. And icons can also become a clutter. It can become distracting rather than informative. So icons, 3, 4 on a page is good. On the top bar, you'll always have a little profile, or so a user can click on his profile or to see his orders and things like that. You'll have your shopping baskets. And for FAQs, frequently asked questions, you can probably just have a little question mark, and people will immediately know, all right, so this is where there's questions with answers, right? So, and how much space does it take up on the page? Nearly nothing. So it is immediate when you open up a web page, and it actually gets drawn by your browser to show the icon. So it is your browser itself understands icons, it understands vector images, and it can take that vector image and draw the picture basically from that vector code. Not much else to say about it because it's so easy to use, but it must be used. One image on top maybe, as if it's a product page, of course a lot of product images, so you can click on the products to buy them, and then icons to indicate things to whoever is viewing that page. That's all I have to say about icons for now, but we're going to start using them very soon, and I'm sure you're going to love using icons, not because it's just making your page less cluttery and faster, but because it gives a wealth of information to whoever is browsing that graphical user interface. So I'll see you in the next lesson, and we're going to start creating graphics. That is much more difficult to do. That's why there's 3 videos on it. Icons extremely easy, graphics slightly more work to it, but both of course enhance graphical user interfaces dramatically. I'll see you soon. Bye.